As the clay-black night spreads over the expanse of the city, most of us are fortunate to escape its frigid temperatures in the comfort of our cozy homes. For others, the sun sets too swiftly.
The last 1 month in Toronto has been a harsh and unforgiving one, in which 8 people lost their lives due to Canada's severe climate.
On any given winter night in Toronto, more than 5,000 homeless people are at risk of death due to harsh weather conditions. Even in Toronto, which is an otherwise thriving and progressive city, homelessness is an endless predicament that many people find themselves in. It's shocking to think of spending the night in weather that can freeze a glass of water in a matter of hours. And it doesn't make things easier when we discover that homeless shelters have a 98% occupancy rate each and every single night.
So as thousands of homeless people rush to shelters only to be turned away, there's one glimmer of hope: a shelter bus that goes to them.
I knew what a bus shelter was, but never had I heard about a shelter bus. So naturally, I was curious to see what it was all about.
This is a very comfortable, warm bus. The bus was converted into seating and beds. The seating capacity of this bus is 44 seats, which can be converted into 20 beds. And you'll see here, for example, we already have one guest who's sleeping here. This can be converted into 2 beds as a bunk bed. And then at the top here, we have the storage area, where our guests that come in can leave their personal items here.
The project is funded by Humanity First, and the service is provided by the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association. Working in unison has proved to be a rewarding experience.
This is an amazing opportunity, and because this is a unique initiative, nothing has been done like this. There's not a single bus that caters to the homeless and the needy.
Provide them the pizza, the coffee, the water to drink, juice, stuff like that.
Pizza slice coming up.
They're so shocked that why are we doing this? What is the motive behind it? You know, there's a bunch of young guys who are coming out at nighttime and
Yes. I mean, the other day I came across one individual, and he was afraid. He's like, "Where are you going to take me after I hop on the bus?" I said, "No, we're not taking you anywhere. Just come on in and enjoy the heat, have some food. If you want to sleep, sleep." So once he came in and looked at the atmosphere, and I think he spent the entire night. We started doing this over 10 years ago. And we were simply handing out a slice of pizza, a juice, and some warm winter clothing to the homeless. And every year it grew. We started off with a few volunteers, 4 or 5 of us started. Homeless can be found in different parts of downtown, and they don't have easy access to the shelters as well, if there's space. So we said, why not take the shelter to them? I think we've served over 340 guests on this bus since the launch of this. So, and the numbers keep going up on a daily basis.
It's a truly innovative idea, and I was interested to know how they'd manage a 3-month-long program of feeding the needy on a nightly basis only with volunteers.
in fact our requirement is about 4 to 5 volunteers, and there's been nights when we have 10 to 14 volunteers. So we have to send volunteers back home, but they want to come and they want to put their share as well. And over a period of 3 months, which the campaign is going to be running, we're expecting close to 900 to 1,000 volunteers. And this is overnight duty. That means these members have their families, they have their children, they have their work life as well. And aside from that, they're coming specifically at nighttime, from 8 o'clock at nighttime to 8 o'clock in the morning. And then they go back to work again. Yeah. How do you want your coffee?
It's a double.
Double? Thank you.
Got it wrapped around?
This kind of work is addictive. And we have seen a change in those volunteers. sometimes to get them out the first time is a challenge, but when they come out and do this kind of work, it's really sometimes have to stop them, that we have enough manpower now. But still, he's still asleep. Lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can just sit up here. We'll serve you some food.
Good. Hello. Want me to come take some of your stuff?
Is this first time coming on the bus?
Yeah, first time. The crisis, the weather is getting worse. It's such a crisis, but this bus is so nice and warm and well heated. It feels so good. It feels so good on the body.
You can always find us here for the next 3 months, okay?
Really?
We are going to be at Mosque Park every single night.
Good.
So if you feel it's cold outside, you want to get a place to sleep,
My friend's in a wheelchair. Would he be able to come on too? Right?
we can put the wheelchair underneath
Yeah.
in one of the storages,
Yeah.
and then he can hop on the bus.
Oh, that would be great. I'm sure. Yeah, he'll probably come tomorrow night. Then.
Just put the stuff outside, come on the bus, relax. We have a couple of TVs as well. Enjoy, spend the night here, and then when you leave in the morning, make sure you take your stuff back, okay?
Yeah.
Just one example of how many people are out there. This lady was trying to find a ride, and she had absolutely no idea where to go to, and I just happened to see her outside, and I reached out to her. She was so grateful that there's a bus available, and we were able to cater to her and try to give her shelter for the night.
One thing that's really inspiring to see is how a lot of the people that have entered into the bus and we've served them, a lot of them know each other. And a lot of them also tell others about the service. So, this lady was saying that, I have a friend in a wheelchair. Would they be allowed to access the bus as well? So a lot of them look out for each other as well. So, which is really nice to see that, that humanity is there. And it's just, people in need who we have the honor of serving and helping them out. How do you guys usually approach? What do you say to somebody when you approach them?
Just greet them and tell them if you need any slice of pizza or coffee.
All right. You want to come into a shelter? It's quite cold outside, man. You want to come in? Come on, let's go. Sam, just sit down.
Please give him pizza and coffee. Okay.
Yeah, we found one more, alhamdulillah. He had lost his jacket, so we went back to find it, but he was able to locate it, and now he's with us. So he's gonna get some warm food, some hot drinks, and hopefully be able to, relax a little bit. It's quite chilly outside. It is quite cold. Even wearing gloves and a scarf and a hat and a jacket and everything, a sweater, still chilling.
We do a number of programs. We do food drives. In fact, we are collecting over $500,000 worth of food drive. That's currently going on. It's underway. We just held a blood drive. Then aside from that, we have the Shelter Best campaign as well. And then aside from that, we are reaching out to senior care. We, in fact, have tree planting initiatives. We have multiple other initiatives that this department is able to take on. And we, in fact, on a daily basis, all we are doing is brainstorming what exactly can we do to reach out wherever their need is, and we can put our share as part of it as well.
Now, it's one thing to simply hear about the various initiatives being undertaken by these organizations, but it was only when I got to interact with the visitors that I truly realized the value of this program.
Pizza mango, my language same thing. Mango pizza. Mango pizza means asking pizza. We come from a Indian style punch, dant, nak, ak, kan means eyes, teeth, and also mejao means I go. Tu, me means me, you, pani, water, ag is fire. A lot of words are the same. Warm and fresh. It's gonna get better. So comfortable, oh my god. I was only dreaming of something like this, honestly speaking, because I myself am homeless on the street and I get frostbite sometimes, It's very cold, it's very hard to get into a shelter. Having something like this for even an hour or two to lay my head down and to have a warm meal and have somebody like you to talk to that actually cares is very important to me in my life, Because sometimes, being in addiction and stuff like that and battling addiction in the streets, you get very lonely, like you have nobody, And a lot of people suicide because of kind of like that.
Did you know of people who have died due to the cold?
Yes, yes, I do. My best friend, killed out. He's a Polish guy. He passed away. He froze to death. He froze to death by the hockey rink right on the shore here. Because Maxim again refused him back. Because he was being a little bit noisy. They kicked him out and he froze to death right there because he was drunk. He lay down on the bench and he froze to death. I just want you to know how grateful I am and how I know how you guys came up with this, but I'm so grateful. I thank you so much for this, man. And honestly, man, like, I wish that there's more people that can get to know this, and I promise you I'm gonna let people know because it's something amazing, man. You couldn't get better conference. Like, you guys got beds, you guys got seats, you guys got TVs, you guys got, you guys are here, food. Like, it couldn't get any better, man. I appreciate you so much, man. I just want you to know how much difference you're making, man.
So it's 11:45 p.m. and some people just boarded the bus. We were about to leave when we realized that some people actually were making their way to us. So they've ate, they've had their hot drinks, and now they're just resting. And we're gonna see how the night continues. And yeah, trying to serve as many people as we can tonight.
You okay? Are you more comfortable sitting down or lying down?
So we're calling the ambulance now. One of the individuals who is on the bus needs the ambulance, needs some medical assistance.
Do you want to try putting your shoes on?
Just a lot of pain on his ribs.
The individual is saying that he was assaulted, and they asked him when he was assaulted, but he wasn't able to answer that question. He's just saying that he has a lot of pain in his ribs. And so we're calling for medical assistance to see if we can get him some help.
Help is on the way, so just sit tight. Try not moving too much, eh? Need water? Right here.
It's Salem.
Sorry?
Where's the
No, it didn't happen today.
Oh?
Yeah.
Alright, what's your name, brother? No talking. Nice quiet breathing. And as deep as you can. Alright. So what do you say? Okay, start. Take you to the hospital.
This shows the need of more care that needs to be given to the homeless individuals. And if we were not here today, perhaps this individual might have been much more critical condition than he is right now. At least we thank God that the ambulance is here. They're going to look after him. They're going to take him to the hospital.
As the ambulance took the gentleman away, I understood that this shelter bus is a safe space for those in need. And beyond the food and warmth that are provided, the homeless are given a sense of belonging and importance here that is otherwise non-existent in their lives.
And I caught a great time after I was public skating on one of the ice rinks. And I feel it's a place I feel comfortable at. Last year I was in a situation where I was lost in Belleville. There was no shelters, and it was life or death. And I wasn't conscious of it, but I had to fight someone to survive. So I'd be picked up by the cops and go to jail. That's what my thinking was, because it was bitter cold and no one was doing anything for me.
How would you feel if we had many more of these kinds of shelter buses going around the city, picking up those in need?
I don't know how you do it, but you found me, so I'm sure you'll find other people in need just the same. So sure, yeah, as much as possible.
After spending just one night in the bus, I realized how fortunate I was to be able to head back to my home, to my warm bed, while many would remain in the streets, vulnerable to this bitter cold. And as it stands, homelessness is an emergency that not many are responding to.
You got your shoes? Yeah, I got my brand new shoes. Look, my brand new shoes, my brand new jacket, my brand new bag. I'm so happy. Thank you very much, guys. I love you guys. God bless you guys. Thank you so much. I'm so happy.
This shelter bus may just be one drop in the ocean, but is causing waves across Toronto. And with the right funding, those waves can reach across Canada.